Hello, a very warm welcome to this course. Thanks for registering to this course. After you register, so this is the first video you'll be going through. So as I mentioned, we'll start this course with this interesting case study. In fact, this case study is about a construction company in India to build end-to-end infrastructure for constructing a metro rail, okay, in a metro city. So very interesting one. Why? Because the way this vendor has come out with innovative pricing was really amazing. I'm sure you also will really enjoy this case study. Okay. So now I'll show some of the pictures related to this entire project. Then I'll also share some of the specifications about this project. Then there will be one question, so you go through that. After that, I'll anyway disclose what kind of pricing strategy, what model, what actual price quoted by this vendor. Okay, really amazing. I'm sure you will enjoy this. Okay, now let me start with a small quiz. Look at this picture. So can you recognize what is this monument? Anybody? So those who are from India, anyway know this. Just try to recognize this. Yes, this is called Charminar, a historical monument located in Hyderabad city, southern part of India. Okay, so Charminar means Char means four, right? Minar means minarets, right? So this is a very popular monument. Since this project is related to Hyderabad city, I'm just showing this. All the specifications were given by the customer. In this case, it was a government customer. Okay, so they wanted state-of-the-art, world-class infrastructure. At all metro stations, entire project. So you name anything. Escalators, elevators, air conditioned. Waiting rooms wherever they are available. Right? They specified everything in detail. Look at this. These are some of the actual live pictures when the actual construction was going on. It's going through the city. And look at this. This shows how complex is this project. In fact, when the construction was going on, you look at this. That huge traffic is passing. So that's why the vendor is supposed to be taking a lot of security precautions. It's not that easy project to handle with. Some more pictures here which shows, right? Look at this. These are all the live pictures. Fine. Now let me give some details about specifications related to this entire project. So this metro is 3 routes across the city, and phase 1 71 kilometers, phase 2 80 kilometers. Budget available 16,000 crores is almost 2 billion US dollars, right? And 66 elevated stations in 3 different routes, and state-of-the-art world-class facilities at all metro stations. Okay, so these were the specifications given, and around 1.7 million passengers are supposed to be traveling per day. Okay, so that is a kind of expectation from the customer. And as I said, this is a fixed price contract, and is a state government project. Okay, fine. Now this is an interesting question for you. Can you guess the price quoted by the winning vendor? Right. So it is, unfair, really unfair to ask this question based on these details, extremely difficult, right? So that's okay. It's anyway, you try to guess. You can guess anything. You can say, $100 to $1 million to $1 billion, whatever it is, right? So try to guess something, wildly guess. If you want, you can even contact your supervisor, whoever it is, try to guess something. How much, this vendor, the winning vendor would have quoted, to win this project. Okay, now this is very interesting. So let me share. The winning vendor offered 30,000 crore payment back to the government. Yes, you heard correct, right? It's almost like, 4 billion US dollars. So they said, no, we don't want to take even $1, right? Instead, we'd like to pay back to you. If you award that project to us, we'll pay back around $4 billion, right? Amazing. Nobody could believe, including the customers, right? It was really a, big talk at the time. This was almost, maybe 15, 20 years back project, right? I'm talking about. Okay, now think how it is possible, right? So as I said, they worked out some innovative pricing. So can you guess something, what strategy these guys would have used? Try to guess. Maybe you can pause the video for a couple of minutes and try to guess something. I will anyway disclose right now. Okay, look at this. So this was their, ask. They wanted all rights to run the operations for 30 years. That was the clause what they put it, right? It was a fixed price project. So they said that yes, we would not like to take anything from you. Rather, we'll pay back $4 billion US dollars back to you. But next 30 years, we want a complete rights on the operations. Means, so they'll be running the complete, they will do the complete construction. After that 30 years, they will take care of complete operations. So they worked out, they did a very, very, very thorough math, right? So they would have worked out, okay, now how much it would cost total construction, right? That's, they can easily work out, right? And they worked out next 30 years, if they run the operations, right? Means they will get a ticket revenue income, right? Most of this that would come to this vendor. Maybe some percentage might go to government. So that's a huge revenue, but that is not sufficient to take care of the complete construction as well as, even return back $4 billion back to the government, right? But in any case, ticket revenue is one big source. They also worked out several other things. Like, for example, when everything is in their control, for each metro station, there will be so many shops, right? They can rent out those shops, and they can, rent several areas where you can put huge ad boards, right? All these things they can rent out. And near every metro station, a lot of parking facility. That itself is a big business. And this company who won, they also have some real estate, business, part of their overall portfolio, right? So all these metro stations, the surrounding areas, there will be a lot of scope for, real estate market improvement. And there will be so many related business, a lot of activity they can even subcontract. Okay. So they would have done so much of calculations over 30 years, handling these operations completely by themselves, right? How much would be the likely revenue, right? How much is the actual expense what they are supposed to incur? So they have done that kind of calculation. Finally, they came out with this kind of compelling proposal, right? Government could not say to this. No, it could not say no to this, right? Very obvious, right? So it's they knew that it is a very compelling proposal to the government, and especially, as you know, in government contracts, they are supposed to be, giving a contract to the vendor who quotes very least, right? In this case, they are even offering back. So it's a great, thing. They said that they will operate in a build, operate, and transfer mode. Right. So it's a different issue. Finally, the contract, government awarded the contract to this vendor, right? But it was a different issue. They went into some other issues, which out of context of our current, discussion. I'm not getting into those details. Finally, that was not, handled by this vendor. And government had to cancel the contract and gave it to some other vendor. That's a different issue. Okay. But the point, what we need to learn from here is that look at how innovative they were, right? It's amazing, right? So that's why, what we say is the pricing is an art. Okay, design your own model, right? So though we talk about different pricing models, right? End of the day, pricing is more of an art. Very innovative, very creative, right? So you can think of your own model, your own variant, right? There's a significant scope for improvement, innovation in the pricing. That's what actually, what we'd like to learn from this case study. And innovation, your own pricing model to catch attention of your customers. End of the day, when you go with a completely innovative model, right, your customers will not have any option, other than, give the contract to you, because your proposal will become really compelling, right? So you should be able to differentiate from your competitors, okay, by thinking like this. So that's it. What I thought, write case study for this course to start with. So you get, how one could be innovative when you work out your pricing models. Okay, good. Now let's get into the actual course from next video onwards. See you in the next video. Bye.